Well, it's been an adventure so far. It's a 4-wheel drive in, and from porch to getting gear to this site was 8 hours. 8 hours. So I took the beach site right at the end of the first portage in. I didn't even have the steam to fight the headwind, and then another 700 meter to get where my goal was. But sometimes you got to adapt your map, and that's fine. I'm free right now. I'm free. Oh, it's nice to get out of that wind. I'm gonna start turning in here. Got a cozy tent set up. Good morning. Day one. Came in last night, crashed pretty hard. It was a long day and a lot of kerfuffle. So we're packed and ready to go. And man, are we loaded. We are heavy this tour. Longest tour to date, 8 days. Hopefully I'll be able to hump all this weight back to this point 8 days from now. Otter. He's following me. Doesn't seem too happy that I'm around here. Here he is again. That's the best place to take out right there, but there's a yellow jacket's nest the size of a football. So I think I'll just go a little bit over here. Okay, that's the first carry, 733 meters. And this side's quite docile. This is cute. This is the marker for the portage on this side. That's your big portage sign. I was thinking about that yellow jacket hive and just how gnarly those guys are. They're super aggressive. They'll chase you, and they'll also send out a pheromone to invite all the friends to the party. If you've ever been stung by a yellow jacket, you know what I mean. I have brutal reactions to stings of that nature. I just blow up like a balloon wherever the sting site is. I remember when we were kids and everybody was afraid of the African killer bees that were migrating, and they were going to come and get us all right around the time that everyone thought that the way they would die would be in quicksand. Well, little did I know that they were already here They're just called yellow jackets. I went to grab my paddle, and just at the last second I realized there was one that had landed on the orange section where they connect. Yeah, that would have sucked, grabbing onto that. So, crisis averted. Ooh, steep. Just stopping here on this slanty thingamajonger. I need to fill the water up and put some electrolytes in there. See if I can maybe get a snack into me. And charge the phone. It's starting to die, so kind of like it to navigate. I don't absolutely need it, but it's nice to have. Just regroup a little bit here. Yeah. Wind doesn't help. Doesn't matter what direction I'm going. I'm always paddling into it. Well, I didn't make it as far as I thought I was going to. I figure I'm basically a day behind, which is fine. I'll show on the map here. I'm on Bear Island right now. I had to call it. I was gonna scoot across the bay, but the wind was just insane, and it was like 2 strokes forward, 3 strokes back. So I waited about an hour to see if I could get a window, and I just called it. But it's a really nice campsite, and I'm actually kind of glad that I ended a little bit early. This is actually only day 1. So last night stayed at the beach at just across from Camp Wannapedi. This morning crossed Ferguson Bay. That's 7:55, which was challenging because I'm overloaded. Crossed here, waited here to see if I could get up into that part. Wasn't going to happen, so I decided to come around the bend, camp on Beaver Island. Tonight is asparagus and no pork chop chop, and maybe hash browns. I haven't decided yet. Well, it's been a long day and I am tuckered. I'm going to get an early night and try and get up early, get ahead of it, and get into this park. The falls wait. Good morning. Oh, day 2. Why does it feel like I've been in here longer? Beautiful morning. Today, superhuman coffee, care of Diana, with 100% Arabica coffee, L-theanine, probiotics, taurine, alpha GPC. Coffee that gives you superpowers. We'll see. Bacon and eggs. Plant-based. Might as well enjoy the fresh food while it lasts before you know it. So we broke in camp. Day 2. Just gonna do a little walk around to make sure I didn't leave anything. Left some wood for the next party. Check around the tent area. That's always a culprit. There's usually a tent peg or something that I've left, but we'll see. We're on the water. Beautiful morning. Hopefully the wind's at our back today. Really got my fingers crossed. My real goal is to get to the trout streams and the series of magical waterfalls that are apparently the thing of legend. So onward. So odd. A hornet's nest floating in the water like a houseboat. I wonder if somebody knocked that down, or I'm not going to get any closer in case there's still workers in there, but that's definitely a first for me. Floating hornet's nest. Hello. This is the last carry. That was not a 115 meter. That was more like a 455. Like a 355 and a 115. With 2 different sections and a road to cross. Pretty misleading. That's okay. Oh, I am warm. Still got two more portages for the day, I believe. Like a 250 and a 400, something like that. If we want to get our goal. We are officially in the park. Wanted to get a shot of that sign that said park boundary and I forgot. Oh well. That's hilarious. I just saw a weasel go up that rock face. He was so fast. I couldn't even get the camera on him. And he climbed straight up like a flat rock. That's nuts. That was cool. Definitely a weasel. So I'm at Lady Evelyn Falls, 30 meter portage. I keep changing my mind of which direction to go depending on distance, and I'm gonna stay the course even though I'm behind. I'm catching up. and I'm just kind of going where my heart's telling me. So hopefully that doesn't end badly. Here we go. Okay, I'm hunting for a campsite. I'm getting to the end of the tank, and I need to get some vittles going and camp stuff set. What? Huh? Camping. Could this be home for the night? Yeah, I think this is definitely, I'm sold. Look at the bench, table, another table, chairs. Actually, it'd be nice to sit in a chair, put my feet up on that. A little bit of fuel, not tons, enough for what I'm gonna need. And lots of spaces to choose for a tent pad. Also, that point goes out there, so good for sunset and sunrise photos if I want, or maybe face it north and try and get the starry night sky. Oh, we've landed. So spoiled at this site. Big bench. We got tech, food prep, cookware, sundries, and storage. Cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I can deal with that. Oh, all the cheese fell off. Oh, we're winning here. We're winning. It's two different plates, but I kind of had to do it. Baked potato and Beyond sausage with cheese. Tabasco. Well, this has been a great night. Found a great site. Had an amazing dinner. I was really hungry. Full belly. Gorgeous evening. And feeling organized for tomorrow. So, yeah. Grateful for this day for sure. It's so breezy. It was so cold this morning. Just fighting to keep the fire lit is, yeah, and I'm fighting time here. I slept a little bit late and I got a lot of distance to go. The sun finally came out, so I got a little blockade here. Controlled cook, try and get breakfast up and ready as soon as I can. And get packed up and hit the water. Ah, the sun finally came out. Yeah, it was cold this morning. I had nightmare after nightmare for some reason. Woke up just feeling clammy, so getting back in the saddle. Been on the water for a while. And looking for the first, what is it? 310 of the day. Followed by a 429. And then hopefully we'll get into Sucker Gut. I'd like to get to Frank's Falls by today. We're just going to have to see how it goes. When you're out here for a while and you haven't spoken to anyone else for, what's today, Tuesday? Sunday. So 3 days, you start to become, you start to ruminate things in your mind, and your subconscious mulls things over, and also things become clearer. Memories start to come back because your head isn't in a state of flux from all the external stimuli. Probably 70% of it unwanted world, work, life stuff. So, interesting phenomenon. The mind is a very complicated organ. Last carry on this 2.5 longest 2.5 meter 250 meter portage I've ever been on. I think maybe the water comes up here in spring, because that's and it's rocky at the start. Short jaunt across this pond, and then 450. We're just gonna see how far we get. I don't know if we're gonna make the goal tonight or not. I'm gonna push it later than I usually do, but setting up in the dark just it sucks. So okay, we crossed the little pond. First carry done. I was concerned that it'd be marshy on that side from what the map kind of looked like, but it's right in open water, which is great. Very little chance I'm gonna make a goal today. So second tier is what I'm shooting for, and I have a third backup. That didn't take very long though, that first run. I feel like the one that was half the distance on the map took 3 times as long. So I'm not sure what that's about. Sun sets at, I believe it's 6:58 tonight. We've crossed the 7 o'clock mark, so we got worst case scenario, 3.5 hours complete this and get to a site. It should be totally doable. I'm getting hungry, but I don't want to stop and make lunch. I really just want to take advantage of the sunlight. Also, I don't really like being on portages at this time of day, at this time of year. Bears are foraging, and although I'm not too nervous, I've encountered them before. You just never know. And nothing says trip killer like a good bear mauling. So let's knock this off and get in the water. Okay, last carry on this portage, and then we find camp. Met a nice guy on the other side. He was singing the praises of the falls in the trout streams, so really looking forward to that. I don't think I'm going to get there tonight, unfortunately, but it should put me in a good position to get there in good time tomorrow and really enjoy the magic. So not gonna lie, it's a physically exerting tour, this one. It's definitely the most challenging that I've personally been so far, so up we go. Okay, I found a campsite. I actually wanted to go 2 or 3 campsites up, but it's 5:30. I've been traveling for 7 hours and I don't have the spoons, so whatever it is, this is home for the night. So it's an interesting site, that's for sure. It's very pretty, very slanty, but there is wood for the night, which is just a god's send. Because I am just, my legs are spaghetti. The only issue is there isn't a tent pad to speak of, but I think I found a little patch that I can jimmy rig to make it work. And again, with my Nemo Hornet, the small footprint just is the gift that keeps on giving. I can't even remember where it was now, and I thought I was, oh yeah, right over here. It doesn't look like much, and I'll have to clean it up because that's where they've been processing wood. But that's the only place that there's a bit of soil for my pegs. That's the other thing about the tent, is it's semi-freestanding. So I can make it work with only rocks if I have to, but it's a pain. If I can at least get 4 stakes in, and then the rest I have to use rocks, it's better. If I don't have to use rocks at all, Bob's your uncle. But this will do. Fire pit. View to the north. Sun sets in that direction. That's where I came from. Also, surprisingly, there's been a thunderbox at every site. I thought I was gonna have to dig cat holes this whole trip, and that hasn't been the case, which is really nice. The last one actually had an insulated seat, and it was a really cold morning, so that was a treat. There's no benches and fancy chairs and all kinds of stuff, but it's It's your rustic, get down and dirty site. Oh, and again, day 5, night 6. It's backwards this time around because I got here on a Sunday night. After it took 8 hours to get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours for a 4-hour drive. I don't know how that happened. From porch to beach. We've broken camp, and today we chase waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay, we knocked off that 120. That's going to be indicative of what I have in store for the next few days. Is just crazy rocky portages up and down. Gotta really watch your footing, take your time. Yeah, one misstep, rolled ankle would just not be a good situation. So, across this little pond, and the 420 lands right at a campsite on Center Falls, which I'm really hoping I can take. So, fingers crossed, one in the ear. That's the... I'm gonna get the campsite, call the wild. Are you kidding me right now? I'm in awe.
Like, are you kidding me right now?
Settling in that I'm at the halfway point of the trip, still behind, and a lot of work to do. I just checked out the way out of here. It's rock climbing with a canoe, so that's going to be interesting tomorrow. But adventure is why we do this in the first place, isn't it? Got the tent set up. Got wood collected. I was concerned about charging my electronics because my one power bank was fully empty. Second one was down 15%. I did have the Illuminate solar light, which is basically a backup. But it takes 2 full days to charge. But then I just realized that my drone batteries, I can use those to charge stuff. And I've already taken my drone shots outside of the park. So hauling around those extra batteries without being able to use them turned out to be a blessing. We're gonna have dehydrated tonight because water access, it's a haul to get down there and back. There's no way I'm going to be doing dishes and all that whatever, so I've already hauled the water up. I got some new dehydrated to try. I still do have some fresh food left. It's probably getting around the end of when I can use it, but tonight is a perfect night to bust it out. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to use the leftovers from last night's dinner. There's 1 potato, a couple of those rib popsicles. I'll cook the sausage in the tin foil, add those at the end. Then that stuff won't spoil and I don't waste it. Good morning, day 5. Getting up and out. Late actually, but shocker. Gonna get fueled up. Knew there was one over there. And get her going here. Moving on to dried food. Southwest skillet, something or other. Smells good. Finished the second carry. Going back for the canoe. I rearranged some stuff a little bit so that the canoe was a lot lighter. And I found a way around that's much safer than trying to climb all the rocks. But on the way back last time, I'm just going to take the short way down myself because I have nothing, just to save 20 minutes or whatever. And then it's a short hop on the water, and then guess what's next? More portages. This is the way I was originally going to carry everything. And although it'll be, I'm sure, very exciting, as you can see, I'm not even sure if that does it justice, but it's like, yeah. And if my research is correct, there's plenty of this to go. So, oh yeah. Roadblock. Left my jacket here as a marker, landmark. So I didn't take the other path like I did the other time. Ow. So just at the end of the 190, I still got to bring some more gear up and then figure out a way to line off the shore. I don't think I can paddle straight off the shore. And then it's a 340 to Helikon Falls, where I'll probably stop and have a bite to eat. And just get as far as I can. These portages are challenging. They're all rock, and as it was at Center Falls when I put in there, I just stepped on one wet part of a rock and a soaker on the left side. I managed to stay feet dry for 5 days until then. If it was raining or the rocks were wet, there's no way. There's too much chance for slipping, twisting an ankle. Yeah. So I also have to keep in mind where campsites are according to how far I am and time and how much energy I have. And I'm gonna push as far as I can, but I gotta say, for me anyway, this is extremely challenging. So kudos to content creators that I've seen do this before and seem well and rested and happy and dynamic for the camera at the end of the day, because it's yeah, it's challenging. No, that was murder to get out of there. I keep having my GoPro in my pocket when I need it on the boat, when I need it in my pocket so I can get clips. And I just keep getting everything backwards. Back on the open water, not for very long. And then I got a 340. I really just hope this rocky terrain lets up. Yeah, it's tough to walk on carrying weight. Gorgeous day though. Shit. Oh, I'm real fucking stuck. Up there. So I don't know who meters out these portages, but holy mackerel, every one seems twice and 3 times as long. I mean, which is fine, they're beautiful, it's just I hadn't kind of planned for the longevity and the time. So we'll knock this one off, try and knock another one off, and we'll see where we're at. 10 to 3. All right, let's get to her.